Alright, welcome back to Final Fantasy X Master Mod. In the last episode, we were able to work our way through Luca. Okay, as I was saying, after I got a nice little quick reset immediately starting the game. In the last episode, we were able to work our way through Luca. And in this episode, we're going to be pushing through the Mi'hen Highroad. I believe I've encountered the majority of the enemies here, but I'll show each fight one more time, just for the sake of the video. I'm anticipating this to be probably the start of like where the game gets a little bit difficult, since even in the base game, the Mi'hen Highroad's kind of your first technical skill check. I should also mention I'm fairly sick right now. It's not anything life-threatening, of course, but not feeling super well. So apologies if I sound funny or I'm a little bit low energy this video. It is the Tuesday evening before this video comes out, I believe. And I was hoping to record it before it was due, essentially, which will be the day you're seeing it, Friday. But I've been sick pretty much all weekend. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be sick, and I don't want to leave it to the very last day, considering how much editing this guy takes up. So really quick, I'm going to speed through the Mi'hen Highroad. It took me about an hour and a half to get to the end of it. I was getting incredibly unlucky with ambushes, forgetting to frontline Titus, and towards the end, I pretty much was out of MP, so rather than make you suffer through that like I had to, I'll show you one of each of the encounters I came across, and we'll go over the changes in a moment. I'm trying to get through this portion without using too many resources, but I don't know how long I'll be able to keep that up. My goal is to just have to heal after every battle, but so far it feels like if I'm not committing a little bit of my resources to staying alive during the fight, I'm not going to be able to stay alive. We'll get a nice little reset in here, I guess, and keep trying to get work our way down the high road. Obviously, like the ability to like your inability to one-shot anything.
Don't break any bones, old man.
Really kind of slows down your tempo. Like, because you have to hit everything 2 to 3 times, it makes it really difficult to sort of
shield us from
stay on top of everything. But I think maybe I need to be more committed to like using my null spells, using Asuna. I just want to avoid committing any resources to
light shines strong.
These random encounters. It's kind of tough. We're getting a full set of turns in from them here. I think I'm gonna silence the white element. Okay. Getting access to Protectka and Shelga would probably make this a lot easier. Do I think Kamari can come in and kill this? Probably not, but if I dark attack it, we might be okay. He was able to kill it. Right, now it's just a matter of taking this thing out. Yeah, obviously I need to be a little bit more... Whoops. Right, as I strike on equipment, I need to be a little bit more conscious about my ability usage, even on these random encounters. It's not like the base game where you can just kind of run in and kill everything with whoever you want. That being said, though, it's also been a few weeks since I've recorded. I recorded a lot of those episodes all at once, all the episodes that have already been posted. So, kind of getting back into the swing of things as well. Gonna take a little bit of time. And then just, I'm not even getting ambushed here, I just have a really slow, like my entire party is really slow right now. Fortunately. I don't think Yuna can really do much here. I'm gonna bring in Waka.
Waka's back on the field.
I prefer not to give him a set of turns, but at least if they attack Orin, he has a chance to get them back. So if I take out the Tri-Blizzard, I'll be in a little bit of a better shape. Okay, let's go over the changes for the Mi'hen Highroad and our two boss fights coming up. First, we have the Mi'hen Fang with its HP increased from 160 to 300, MP reduced from 20 to 5, strength down from 16 to 13, and changes to its attack with a 66% chance to use Fire Fang, which has a 100% chance to cause silence and darkness, and has an increased power from 16 to 48. The other 33% of the time, it will cast Cheer. Next up, the Raldo had its HP increased from 240 to 600, strength increased from 19 to 22, accuracy increased from 0 to 30, and had its sleep, silence, and darkness resistance reduced from 20 to 0. Its attack is changed to delay attack and has a preference for hitting Orin when he is frontlining. Next, we have the White Element with its HP increased from 390 to 600 and MP reduced from 120 to 10, along with its silence resistance being reduced from 20 to 0, and it will always cast Tri-Blizzard and will not act when silenced. The Floating Ice sees the biggest change in my opinion for the regular monsters, with a whopping 140 to 725 HP increased, MP reduced from 200 to 10, magic increased from 18 to 25, magic defense reduced from 120 to 80, and its resistance to sleep, silence, and darkness reduced from 20 to 0. It will be permanently inflicted with the zombie status, and its attack can inflict blind or slow, but it can be blocked with null shock as it was given the lightning attribute. Bombs were given an HP increase from 850 to 1600, MP reduced from 30 to 15, strength increased from 19 to 25, magic increased from 20 to 30, agility lowered from 11 to 7, and resistance to silence and darkness reduced from 20 to 0. If you hit the bomb, whether it's magic or physical attacks, it will grow up to 3 times and self-destruct on the 4th, dealing damage to the entire party. If it is not counterattacked, it will also cast Protect or Shell on itself, respective to the type of damage it just took. Dual Horns had an MP decrease from 18 to 5, strength increased from 22 to 26, agility reduced from 12 to 10, and luck reduced from 15 to 5. Its resistance to silence has been reduced from 20 to 0, and will use power and magic break against the party, respective to the target's stats and whether or not the target is already suffering from a break status effect. Kimahri can also learn Flame Breath by landing the dual horn, so be sure to use that when able. For the Ifrit fight, Ifrit's HP was increased from 3000 to 3750, MP reduced from 200 to 500, strength decreased from 20 to 1, magic increased from 10 to 15, magic defense decreased from 10 to 5, and will cycle between attack and meteor strike on its turns respectively until its overdrive is full, in which case it will use Hellfire. And finally, we have the Chocobo Eater with an HP increase from 10,000 to 12,400, MP increased from 5 to 30, strength increased from 25 to 32, defense increased from 25 to 40, magic increased from 20 to 35, agility increased from 12 to 15, accuracy increased from 25 to 35, and it was given a resistance to ice attacks and had a lot of its resistances changed, which I will put up on screen now. The Chocobo Eater will go after the party with either Blizzara or Silent/Dark attacks based on what the party member's main focus is. If the Chocobo Eater uses Get Out of Here on a party member, however, it will attack attack with Ultra Quick Hit, which will essentially just one-shot whoever it's targeting, so best to remove them from the front line if at all possible. It will always cast Aim on the first turn of the battle and get knocked over after taking at least 2400 damage. While on its back, it will counterattack with Blizzard unless it's silenced. Finally, if it takes another 1000 damage after being knocked on its back, it will be pushed back, after which it will cast White Wind on itself, removing any debuffs it has and fully healing itself. When it reaches the cliff edge, it will use the Chocobo Feather to cast Haste on itself and continue the fight. Komari can also learn White Wind by Lancing the Chocobo Eater. For winning the fight, you will get 10 Chocobo Feathers, 1 Agility Sphere, and a slow-proof weapon or armor with 2 to 3 slots. Finally, for the Ifrit fight, if you lose the fight, you will gain an armor with HP, defense, and magic defense plus 10%. If you win the fight, you will gain the same item but with an empty slot on the end of it. And you're never really getting rid of the first strike weapon unless you're like switching it mid-battle, right? Just so I can get to it. Yeah, so, but the only difference is that you can't redo this boss fight we're about to do. So I actually don't even know if it's technically winnable. You might have the, you'll have the advantage of knowing what the changes are. But I was thinking about this before I started recording. And in my head, what I thought was the easiest thing to do was to try to Sonic Wings as often as you can, because it delays their turn a little bit. Then anytime Ifrit would get an attack, you would want to shield. Kind of like the first fight that you get into against, I forget its name, but like the very first boss battle that you have, where it, you know, it's just attack guard, attack guard. But we'll see. I mean, so use Meteor Strike on even number turns. Attacks on odd number turns. So it's going to attack first. Well, we definitely want a Sonic Wings, right? Like that's the bare minimum. That does 100 damage. Only thing is we're kind of bringing up its overdrive by doing this. So I'm not sure how viable it technically is. But if it never gets a turn, it doesn't make any difference, right? But it will eventually get a turn, right? There's no doubt about that. So this seems like the best thing to do, but yeah, it's gonna get a turn now. So should I shield here? And then back to Sonic Wings? Or do I even really need the shield and attack? I mean, probably, right? Because Ifrit has a ton of base attack. So... Yeah, I'm just thinking about its overdrive. Like, how am I going to beat its overdrive? But I'm not sure. I think it's best to just shield the attack. It should only take like 75 damage or so. 23, that's better than I thought, honestly. Aeon battles are always 1 versus 1. You don't only get 1 full overdrive charge and thus can only summon 1 Aeon. Your own Aeons are mostly the same as in the original game of Bahamut and onwards, no longer have innate break damage limit. Enemy Aeons now have elemental weaknesses and sort of susceptible to some status effects as well, such as delay. Also, if you use your overdrive, the enemy Aeon gets a full charge of their own, so use it as a finishing move if you can. Good luck. Yeah, that's about what I assumed. It looks like we're not getting another turn even with the Sonic Wings, so I think it's best to shield this Meteor Strike here. It's only 96 damage. We might be able to start tanking a an attack here and there. So if we go Blizzard, 500 damage, only 93, and then we check Sonic Wings. Obviously we can't use it. It's going to overdrive here, I'm assuming. Yeah. I don't know if we survive this, but 380. How much health does it have left? 2754. So if we shield here, it's gonna meteor strike. Oh no, it's going to attack. I messed that up. I should have attacked there. Well, now I don't really have a choice, do I? I don't think my overdrive kills it, but I should have blizzarded it there, and then I would shield this turn and then use energy ray as like the last ditch effort. But yeah, all those sonic wings probably weren't very good. I think it's better to just keep using your blizzard. But it's kind of a bait, right? Like, you would think sonic wings is good because it delays the opponent's turn, but all you really did was build up his overdrive. That's okay. Hopefully we didn't miss out on anything too powerful from winning that. We still get a mithril ring. Still get something, right? That's all that matters.
Huh? Or should I? Farewell.
Let's see. I think that's usually just some MP increase. HP 10, defense 10, magic defense 10 over Ice Ward is definitely worth it, especially since we're not fighting anything with the ice attribute at the moment. Make sure my party is in order. We are. Here. This is kind of an annoying fight. Cheering doesn't really do too much, but only got 2 null blazes to use here. Assuming Yuna even survives that long. Okay, I thought it was dead. Jeez. I have so much health. Hopefully Orin can kill this in one hit. Which I have a Titus Overdrive that I can use.
Money mo. See ya.
We made it through that fight without anything self-destructing, so I'll take that as a win.
Let's go.
Unfortunately, I don't think I'm making it to the next checkpoint without using some items here. I just don't know who to heal. I guess Waka, because he has the most HP. Even though he has no MP left. Lulu's probably gonna run out of MP soon. Mari doesn't have really any viable MP moves aside from like his dark attack. This is a really annoying encounter. Not super happy to do this, but this can go very sideways very quickly. And I don't have the ability to win this fight if that happens. If my entire party is blinded, silenced, I'm just gonna lose immediately. And I'm probably gonna have at least one more encounter before we get into this one, before we get to the next checkpoint.
Enough. No time to waste. Let's go.
Hopefully something good in here. That is so incredibly helpful right now. Not gonna overdo it, but I definitely need that. Alright, at least it autosaved at the start of this part of the road.
Farewell.
Hopefully in this chest is a bajillion gil so I can reclaim all the Phoenix Downs I had to use. The ethers. I mean, that's probably an equivalent, right? Yeah, you can see my playtime only went up about 45 minutes, but I've been recording for an hour and a half. You won't see it because I'll probably fast forward
This might be the
10x
last.
I've heard that the
through all of that,
but I was
but
very relieved.
I'm debating if I want to go do the boss fight now, if I want to take a little break before I do it. I think I'm going to take a little break and come back. It'll be the same episode for you, but just need to get a little rest in here. I think this fight's going to take a little while longer than I'm anticipating, so I'll be back shortly, hopefully feeling a little bit better when I do. Okay, I stepped away, took a little break. Let's take a look at what we have here in the shop. Looks like just some strength plus items, which could be okay. But I don't think it's quite necessary. Obviously don't really want to sell anything. Before we start the Chocobo Eater fight, I wanted to let you know that I cut a few fights out for time's sake, specifically the ones where the Chocobo Eater one-shotted a party member on its second turn and I was forced to play catch-up the whole fight. So there are 2 or 3 fights that I'm not going to show here. Also, I sped up the parts where I wasn't really commentating for longer periods. I was at the height of my sickness here and was struggling to even focus on the game, let alone talk about what was going on, so sorry in advance, hopefully you still enjoy. Yo. Not sure if this boss is going to cause blindness, so rather be safe than sorry. And let's see what the okay, cool. Thanks, I guess. We will start with, I think these 3 is pretty good. I want to get haste out obviously early on. I guess the question is, who do I want to haste? It feels like Orin is the right person. He's going to be tanking, or sorry, not tanking, but dealing most of our damage. Getting a Mighty Guard off with Kimari would be very nice. So I think this will be the party we go into. 1,000 gil. 1,000. Okay, well I'm gonna grab a couple more Phoenix Downs. Not too many, but I probably should have checked my weapons as well. Okay, I still can. Make sure we have what we want here. I don't want to give him the magic. Realistically, right? And the bonus, normally I would leave Dark Touch on, but I think bosses are immune to touch abilities, and I have Dark Attack anyway, so I think I'm gonna give him the plus HP. Obviously, we're going to keep our first strike weapon. We don't have any other armors for him. Same for Orin. Same for Lulu. Gotta keep the half MP cost, I think. She's not really attacking with her magic just yet, so... maybe we'll switch to the Ice Strike weapon if the opponent is weak to ice, but Waka's not really our damage dealer at the moment. So let's run in and see what we can learn. This is probably the second boss fight, I think, so far that technically you can lose and still continue the game, assuming there's no changes to it. But obviously, we're going to try not to lose to it. So let's bring in somebody with a sensor so I can see what it does. When he tells you to get out of here, you better listen. Okay. Deal 2,400 damage to push it over, and then 1,000 more to shove it. Okay. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna haste Orin first. On my first attempt for this. I'm not sure how many times I'll reload this. I definitely want to power break it if we can. And we want to start getting our cheer stacks in as soon as possible. I think these three are the best to get the cheer stacks on. Of course, I want to get everybody into the fight quickly as possible. I'm going to Lancet it to see if it has anything nice that we can learn with Kimari. And I think what I'll do is I'll bring Waka in now to use Dark Attack. Hopefully it doesn't take quite as much health. Do we want a Mighty Guard? Probably, right? Mighty Guard probably makes the most sense. Am I okay with these three getting the Mighty Guard? I mean, these are my three tankiest characters, so realistically, they're probably the best three to put it on. Bring Lulu in. It is weak to fire. Do I want to get focus stacks in? Probably, right? Especially while it's darkened. See how much this fire does. 381. Not bad. Probably switch Orin's weapon. I don't think I can though, because I think he only has one weapon. Yeah, so he's just going to be dealing half damage the whole time. Maybe he wasn't the best person to haste. All things considered, maybe like Titus was the best option. Yeah, if I could get a reset in here, that would be ideal, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna reset just to I'm gonna set this up properly. I didn't really think about Orin not being able to deal as much damage. I just assumed that he would be able to. Wow. That just hit until it kills somebody? That's kind of crazy. Like, it might be Yuna, but I should have swapped. I should put my characters in based on their agility. Put up a Null Frost, I think. I think everybody can tank a hit. I meant to cheer there. I'm not sure why I attacked like that. We'll silence attack with Waka. That'll bring back Kimari. Dark attack. Like, how is he hitting me? That's just not fair. Take out Waka, bring back Yuna. The Null Frost again. I'll cure Kimari first, I think, actually. You can't cast any spells anyway. That really sucks that he's hitting me through darkness. That should be 3. I guess Asuna is a little bit better than using an Echo Screen there, but... now we want to Lancet it. Okay. This should be focus stack number 4. We'll swap in Waka. I'm definitely more worried about getting hit by Lazara than I am a regular attack. But I can bring Yuna back, have her Null Frost, switch Lulu out for Waka, have him Dark Attack. Then Lulu's not in my starting lineup. So the next turn's going to be a little bit slower, so I think I'm just going to have him Silence Attack. Have Lulu. We could have Lulu guard. Then we probably survive, but she was able to survive last time when he hit her, so I think it'll be okay. Okay. Alright, now I think this is the team I want in with Mighty Guard up. I think they all have Reflect as well now. So I actually can't... prefer Waka only doing silence attacks for right now. Somebody needs to be healed. We can eye drops on Kimari though. We'll do that. Of course. I want Waka to save his MP for silence attacks. Kimari can do the dark attacks. Dude, please stop hitting Kimari with dark attacks. This is my last eye drop, but fortunately Kimari at least gets a turn in after this. Oh, he's not silenced anymore. Okay, it's okay because I still have a Null Frost. Blue's putting in good damage here.
Now hit.
I still have Flare for Kamari as well. I probably won't use it because it's just a lot of MP. But I don't want to lose. We're putting in good damage right now. This should push it back once. There's the white wind. Am I worried about Blizzara again? If it hits Kamari, it kills him. Everybody has Protect though, so definitely better to silence it here. Dark Attack's a little annoying, but we can live through it. Could bring Yuna in to Asuna. Waka. Swap. Can't swap her back out if I do that. And I'm just gonna bring Waka out. Everybody should have gotten a turn. Orin power braked. Yuna came in to Null Frost once, I think. Has cast haste, so I think everybody's gotten a turn. This is the only one that can really deal damage here, but he really needs to be healed. I guess Waka kind of does. We'll let him heal himself, I guess. If Imari has a point in time where he gets 2 turns in a row, I will use that time to swap him out. I think I'm just gonna do it now. It's a little risky because Yuna might die. But if I cure now... If I cure now on her, she can Null Frost next turn. And it's pretty unlikely she takes the hit. She still has Null Frost up as well, so if the silence goes away, we're okay. Gotta bring Waka back. Oh, we can't. Oh, this isn't good. Actually can't silence attack it. It's okay because everybody has Null Frost except for Kamari, so as long as I cast Null Frost again, I'll be fine. Lulu has her overdrive. I swear I rotate the stick like 16 times in that window, and it just never does anything. I think everybody has Reflect on themselves as well. There's no way to check, I don't think, but yeah, I don't want anybody that doesn't have Null Frost out here, so I'm just gonna attack. I'm just gonna try to get rid of Waka's darkness. Probably the best thing to do now. If I flare here, it should push it over, right? It's a little risky. I'd rather just fire. I don't want to take the chance. I'm sure that it will, but it would use up all of Kamari's MP, and I don't have any way of gaining MP back. Yuna come back and Null Frost again. Maybe we should have, honestly. Would have been better. Gotta get rid of Walker's blindness again because I don't have any more. Echo screens, because somehow it kept hitting me through its own blindness. Silence attack. I don't think Lancetting it's going to give me any real advantage here. Oh, I forgot Kamari has a Soon. I can use that to get rid of blindness in the future. Gotta remember that. Lulu is out of MP. Yuna's the only one that can really come out and do anything now. He is no longer blinded. I have some ethers. Actually, I should bring Lulu back. Not the best use of it, but it's what we have. Yeah, I feel like I should have just flared when it was on its back last time. I guess I was right in not doing that. I had a feeling there was still a second layer that I had to go through. Now it's hasted. That's really not good. Waka's out of MP. I don't have anything for Yuna to do here. I'm just gonna have her guard, I guess. Mario might be dead here, honestly. Not sure I can do anything about that. Jesus, man. This fight took a turn for the worse at the very last second. Well, at least we have a good strategy in mind, but I don't know how well it's gonna go once it hastes itself. That feels kind of impossible to beat. I'm starting to wonder, like, if it's really, like, supposed to be this hard to get your setup going. Trying to like figure out the best way to go about this. Two stacks of focus now. Maybe it'd be good to start jinxing it with Mari. Darkness. Even worth like echo screening himself. He just dies if he gets hit. Eye drops, I mean. This should be focus number 4. Take the Mighty Guard here. Nobody needs to be healed. Just gonna get a Null Frost on Yuna preemptively, I guess. Should be focus stack number 5 now. I want to keep my Null Frost up as long as possible. I swear Lulu was doing more damage last time. I think she was doing like 550 every hit. Now she's only doing 480.
Now hit.
There's no need to dark attack it right now. That should be our first pushback. Just need 2 more now. Fine. Bring Lulu back, or I mean Yuna back. Let's do Null Frost Kimari again. Is it worth silencing it right this second? Not really, right? I think I'd rather save the rest of his MP for when it is hasted. Because those like multi-blizzard, like the multiple blizzards it gets is kind of a pain. I think I'd rather just be putting damage into it now. Is it worth lowering its luck anymore? Should I just start hitting it? Probably better to just start hitting it now. Very cool. I walk a Phoenix down him. It just really sucks because now he loses his protect and his show. Kind of the whole reason I wanted the Mighty card up in the first place. So even if he did get hit, he could at least survive it at least once. Obviously that is not the case anymore. Need Lulu to knock it down. Okay, that's good. Not gonna silence it just yet. Again, it's just going to White Wind when it gets back up, so there's no reason to. Try to keep everybody's health high as I can. I meant to fire it. I don't know why I hit it like that. Hopefully it doesn't get too many turns before the haste kicks in. Okay. Kinda have to take Yuna out, but I also need to Null Frost Kimari. Waka can silence it, I suppose. Actually, he can't, because he is blind still. Lulu also needs an Ether. I don't think Fire Fury gives me enough damage to put it on its back again. I just have to Ether here. Hope whoever it kills isn't important. That's fine. Dark attack or silence attack. I'm more worried about the Blizzard. Blizzara. The Blizzara has a 1 in 3 to hit Lulu. If it hits Lulu, it doesn't do anything. If it hits anybody with a regular attack, they die. So better to give it a dark attack. Okay, unfortunate, but kind of expected, right? Reviving somebody doesn't really do much for me. Aside from just give it one more target. Switch somebody in. It take a little while to get a turn. I get 2 turns before I get another turn with Waka. Don't think I have enough damage to put it on its back with this. Hopefully it goes for a physical attack and doesn't hit. It's not a physical attack. Okay, well, I can't really say Waka here, unfortunately. Hopefully I'm not just cycling Phoenix Downs here forever. Kind of is what it's starting to feel like, though. Damn, dude. So close, too. Alright, well. My last chance. Can't get it past 6. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Not really any point in trying to do anything else. I thought that was a good run, and then it just wiped me one time. That haste that it puts on itself, man, it's just really hard to get over that. Not really sure what to do differently. I don't even know if power breaking is doing anything, because like when I check the menu, it's not even giving me the power break indicator. I think I also need to swap Kimari out with somebody faster. But like he doesn't even get a turn for the first 2 turns. So what's the point of having him in? Need to get Orin out. Focus stack number 2. ID guard. Stack number 3. It's always weird to me that Shell stopped Cure from giving you as much healing. I don't know if that was like intended or not, but always seemed kind of strange to me. It should be focus stack number 5, I think. Start putting some damage in now. More worried about it hitting me than using Blizzara while I have Null Frost up, so. Does kind of seem like it always targets the person that last hit it. Not sure if that's the case, but it feels that way. Maybe there's a way to keep that dealing with as much to you. Let's bring Kamari back.
Now, hit.
I don't need anybody to get Null Frost, so now's a good time to silence attack it, just so it can't counterattack with the Blizzard. I keep all my Null Frosts up. A little sketchy because I'm using a lot of Waka's MP, but I think that's okay for right now. This will push it back. So annoying that it hits my two guys that I need to attack it. With Dark Attack, like, could have swapped either of my characters out, but because it hit both of them with Dark Attack, I have to Asuna. Just use another fire, I guess. If I can, I'm gonna try to keep Kamari above. Kamari doesn't have a Null Frost. I'm gonna try to keep Kamari above. Oh yeah, he did. Why didn't I see it? What was he missing? Brother, please. It doesn't have to be like this. Okay, we knocked it over again. Gotta get Waka in here. It missed. Crap. Forgot he had a darkness. Of course it stands up, man. Might just be a cooked attempt again. Sadly, I don't know that. I can keep this up much longer. I still have one more push I need to get in. Hey, we got 8 that time. Not bad. Nobody needs to be healed. Can't really bring Kamari back. He'll die. He has old Frost on him still, so he should be fine. I don't want to save his MP. He can give Lulu the Ether. I was going to save it till she actually ran out of MP, but it actually makes more sense just to give it to her now. Need Walker to come in with a silence attack. I think I'm actually gonna bring Titus in, as weird as it sounds, because I want to leave Kumari in the back so that he can come in with a dark attack if needed. Waka's also out of MP. It might be worth my time to Ether him. It's just tough. I would like to not have to use it. But once he gets up in White Winds, I don't think I'm gonna have a choice, so I'd rather do it now. Okay, this was all part of my plan. So I'm actually going to eye drop Waka first. Waka will do the dark attack. So everybody still has Null Frost on, so we should be okay. Lulu's just gonna put some damage up, of course. As long as he doesn't Blizzara twice on the same person. Okay. Should be okay. I'm actually going to use this time to flare with Kimari. A little bit counterintuitive, but I'm going to take Lulu out just because she got pointed at. I don't want to risk it. Another dark attack in. And as long as he doesn't Blizzara Waka like that. And there's like nothing you can do about that either. Fortunately. Hopefully this knocks him on his back. Okay, good. Waka can silence attack. Now it's just dealing enough damage to get him pushed off. We're about 600 so far, so we need another 400. Another 200. I just need Lulu to get one more turn in. Looks like she will. Yeah, that was even enough there. Jeez, man. What a tough fight. Maybe I made it tougher on myself than it had to be. I think I just got unlucky a couple of times. That is a lot of levels to get all at once. 10 Chocobo Feathers, an Agility Sphere, and a Light Bangle. And we'll have access to the Chocobos. So I'll use this to end the episode. I'll probably run over to... I'll run up to the next save sphere on the Chocobo. Since there won't be any encounters between here and there. And I'll use that time to go over the changes for the sphere grid coming up to the next boss fight. But that'll be the end of the episode after that. So thank you so much for watching. It's very much appreciated. And I'll catch you in the next one.